Hey RC people, Tony here, CCxRC, and we've got the WLTOYS Vortex. This is the A959 here on the bench. GearBest was nice enough to send this to me to do a review of for you here on the channel. I've been looking at the small scale RCs ever since I saw Tim over at RC Noob run into some in his small scale RC thread that he has. And so I wanted to get a few that I could try out and run around, maybe take them up to work on my lunch break. Maybe run them in the house. Who knows what I'll do with them exactly. So I wanted something small and portable that I could just carry around with me. And I watched some videos on these, and they looked pretty quick, and like I could do some fun stuff with them. So again, GearBest was nice enough to send me these for a review, and so we're going to get to that right after the break. We're going to look at the A959 by WLTOYS in the Vortex series. It's again 1/18 scale. And this one is blue and white. Not that that really matters. You guys want to see what's inside, so I'm going to take it out of the packaging and give you a look at what you get here in this box. Lots of tape. There we go. Alright, so here's a quick look at what we have in the package. The RC car, the transmitter here, which looks quite nice. It looks a lot like a Spectrum controller. We've got our steering trim here, and these aren't dials, so you're going to go left and right by pushing in these buttons here. It takes 4 AA batteries, and it looks pretty standard. Power button down here on the bottom. 2.4 gigahertz. That should be nice. We've got the instruction manual here. So these are pretty straightforward. It's got explosions in here showing parts and everything you need. So this is great. Some cutesy cartoons in there. We've got the battery charger for the LiPo battery. So this is a 2S 7.4 volt battery that comes with it. It's 1100 milliamp hour. And the bummer for me is that this is an EU plug, and so this can just kind of get tossed to the wayside. Got a little tool here for taking off the wheels. Nothing to write home about, but it'll do its job. I've got a ton of these that are metal. This one is plastic, and so I really won't get much use out of this. But we really want to look at this right here. This is a pretty nice looking little car. These run about $60, $65 on GearBest, and it's 4-wheel drive. It's got rubber wheels. Most of it's plastic. It does have, now these are just plastic. It looked like metal bumpers, but they're just plastic bumpers. It's got the tail fin here on the back. It's got oil-filled shocks. They feel a little sticky, but it's bouncy, but it's just a little basher, so it should be fine, and that's something that can be fine-tuned. So let's take off the body and have a look inside here. So 2 little clips holding it on, and there we have it. So it's a brushed motor, and it's got a little heat sink here on it. We've got our servo on the side, and we'll have to see how that does with impacts, landing, crashing, if anything hits this. Just a small little servo. Over here, we're going to have our battery, which is already in here. And so this looks like a pretty standard plug, so I'm just going to have to use my LiPo charger that I have, the Big Daddy, and get this thing charged up. So here it is. This is an 1100 milliamp hour battery, as it says here, 7.4 volts. So this should last about 10 minutes runtime, 10 to 12 depending on how you drive. Alright, so let's look back at this thing here. So again, we've got spring and oil filled shocks, and we've got our ESC and receiver tucked in underneath here. So overall it looks alright. It says it's waterproof. It looks like it's coated here. Looking at it just quickly, you might see a little bit of a shine there with the light as this has been dipped. The wheels there's no foam in these, and so these aren't going to really give us any extra shock absorption when it hits. It's going to go right to that rim, and so that's going to make it really hit hard, and you'll probably hear it when it does hit. Now I'm going to slide this body back on. Overall, I mean, everything to me looks pretty decent, and for the cost, it says that it goes 50 kilometers an hour. That's almost 31 miles an hour is what that would be, and that's at its fastest. So I don't know if it in this configuration will hit that speed, but here's what we'll do. We'll put it side by side with the Losi Mini Desert truck. Alright, so here's a quick side-by-side comparison. This is the Losi Mini Desert truck, and this retails for about $130. And this is a WLTOYS A959, and this retails for about $65. So one of the things that I absolutely abhor about this truck is this antenna. Just, I cannot stand it. Whereas this has this tiny little antenna right here, which is nice. I mean, that's a big deal to me, not having this constantly falling over and getting run over and having to stop, take off the body, mount it back in. But we'll take a look on the inside here. You can see the innards of the Losi Desert truck, and so you're running the same kind of shocks. Now these ones are very smooth, I will say that. Same small ESC receiver combo. This is a two-wheel drive actually as well. So at that price point, it's only a two-wheel drive. And notice the motor sizes too. The Losi motor is a much smaller can. So this has been a little bit slower than I expected. I rebuilt another one, and it's quite a bit faster than this one that was a new bought truck. And so, yeah, that's not been as much fun for my boys as I thought it was going to be for them. Now this, when I've seen this thing running off-road, this looks like it will be a pretty fun car for them to drive. So, the verdict is still out. I haven't been able to take it out yet, but you guys know me. This will get a real beating on the BMX Trails very soon. But again, this is the A959 by WLTOYS. Alright, so there you have it. That's a quick look at the WLTOYS A959. It's the Vortex. It says Power Sport on the body. Makes it sound super cool. I really like the stylings of this body. I think it's a sharp looking car, and I can't wait to get it out and do some bashing with it. And we'll have that coming up for you guys here in a couple days. So until next time, have fun RCing, guys.